who stands 3 inches taller at 6'7", tied for being the tallest active UFC heavyweight. With that, a 6-inch edge in reach for the big boy. Setting the table tonight inside the octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Enterprise Center in St. Louis, Missouri, for UFC Fight Night, Lewis versus Nascimento. And now, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, an undefeated mixed martial artist, holding a perfect professional record. 5 wins, no losses. He stands 6 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 262.5 pounds. Fighting out of Orlando, Florida, by way of Santiago, the Cuban Chile, Robelis, the big boy, Despaigne. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a striker, holding a professional record, 11 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 262 pounds. Fighting out of Phoenix, Arizona, by way of Fundación Barahona, Dominican Republic, Waldo Salsa Boy Cortes-Acosta. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Josh Stewart.
Josh Stewart's only assignment of the main card comes between the heavyweights from the Caribbean. Brooklyn Wren and Chrissy Blair are on hand with us. The Salsa Boy, Waldo Cortes-Acosta, representing the Dominican Republic, squares off with the imposing Robelis Despaigne. This fight clock is brought to you by Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the UFC.
There's a classic taekwondo stance, and this could be almost over. I mean, the power on this man's ridiculous.
The speed
Cortes gets through.
Look at the confidence, hands low, throwing haymakers.
Can he stop a takedown? Because, of course, we know on the feet, he's as dangerous as they come, but he's taken down now. One would think that was the entire game plan of Cortes-Acosta. So now we get to see how is the grappling, because that's the key question on how far and what the ceiling is of Robelis Despaigne.
He did a good job sprawling initially, but it was when Waldo Cortes-Acosta was able to turn the corner and, like you said, got the takedown. And this is going to be interesting to see what Despaigne does from his back here. He's such a big physical specimen, but has only been doing MMA for a very short period of time. Although he's looking... Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. Sorry, though. I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was going to say, like, one would think, coming from the Taekwondo world, having the success that he did in the Olympics, making the switch to MMA, all you would train is getting back to your feet.
Exactly.
Take down defense. You know, just these things that he needs to learn. It's a great plan by Cortes, and so far, he's firmly in the driver's seat.
Yeah, Despaigne needs to get on that left hip and, you know, day one, that shrimping exercise, get your hips out, get your butt out, and start to build a base back.
I mean, what he needs to do is take his right hand and make it into an underhook, but...
Yes.
You know, obviously, again, when you speak about Cuba, tremendous amateur boxers, some of the best in the world, but also the wrestlers. The wrestlers in Cuba are phenomenal. And granted, whilst he's dedicated his life to being a Taekwondo specialist, I mean, it's not like he hasn't got access to great training partners there. Now, of course, he lives in Florida. Again, tremendous mixed martial arts talent down there as well. So, it's looking like he definitely has a weakness there.
Yeah, Cortes-Acosta doing a good job of maintaining this top position, but not necessarily setting up a ton of offense yet.
He's presenting his back a little bit. He's presenting a head and arm choke. He's making a few mistakes.
Dean Thomas, what do you see through the early moments?
I'm going to tell you right now, this is a mistake for Cortes-Acosta. He has got to get some offense going, because when Despaigne gets back to his feet, he does not want him to be at 100%. He has got to do some damage here. If not finish this, but he's got to do some type of damage here, because if Despaigne gets back to his feet, it could be problems.
He's deep on this Americana.
I don't know.
He's got to get.
He's on the forearm. Now that's better.
Yes. He's got to get the hand closer to the body and further down, the elbow closer to the hip.
Despaigne going to straighten his arm if he can.
Pressure.
That's bad. We could see a tap here.
No, Despaigne weathers the storm. And now a little urgency as he tries to get to his left hip. The longest fight in the brief MMA career of Robelis Despaigne was 4 minutes and 54 seconds. His last 3 fights lasted a combined 25 seconds. So this is not something that he's used to.
But Dean Thomas is absolutely right, because in 90 seconds, there's going to be a break.
Yes.
It's going to start back on the feet. Cortes-Acosta isn't exactly a powerful wrestler. He was able to take down Despaigne because he made a mistake. And if he can't take him down in round 2, he's probably on a fast track to getting knocked out. So to Dean's point, posture up, go for blows, try and mount him, drop elbows, do everything he can, empty the tank to finish this fight right here, or limit his ability in round 2. I mean, listen, and in the mind of Despaigne right now, he's probably just thinking, well, I'm not taking damage.
Wait it out.
I'll wait it out. We got to be somewhere close now. I'm fine. He went for a bad Americana,
Right.
you know.
Don't use the energy reserves in the final few seconds.
Yeah, it's like, listen, stay calm. We're good.
Cortes-Acosta was landing some really tiny, short, kind of grindy elbows in there, but like you say, nothing of major significance that's going to force Despaigne to get urgent.
15 seconds until Despaigne gets to return to his feet at the start of round 2, as Cortes-Acosta has stayed busy enough, certainly, to keep it here. Round 2 is on the other side of a short break. Coming up next on ESPN and ESPN Plus, Top-Ranked Boxing's main card from down under in Perth, Australia. Former champs square off in the main event for the vacant IBF lightweight belt. The Aussie George Kambosos Jr. takes on Vasily Lomachenko.
So he's got to maintain range. Despaigne can't get too close. Kicks are a good idea. That one was a stinger. And again,
He's got to watch out for that softball, or that baseball, I should say.
You're right, Laura.
That Cortes-Acosta throws, though, because his lead hand is so low. I mean, that's what you do in sport taekwondo, the type of martial art that his base is fully in, but not in MMA.
Michael Benham Page and Stephen Wonderboy Thompson would beg to differ.
I'm
joking, Laura. I'm joking. But
look where he's in range.
I know. Bounce. Ooh, trading hard low kicks there.
Despaigne goes to the body that time. Swings a quick right, and Cortes-Acosta waves him forward.
He's trying to set a trap.
Yeah, roll him in.
I think he's going to shoot. That's why he's lowering his base. Yeah, there it is.
He switched stances and threw a right into the clinch of Cortes-Acosta.
Well, he had good hips there, but that underhook that he's got, he can't let go. He's removed it. He's got to get the underhook back and really, with everything, twist his body so it's not just the power of his arm, and drive Acosta up. Don't.
Big connections from both, it appeared.
Well, one thing we know is Despaigne has a chin.
This the longest fight in the short career of Robelis Despaigne. He's into the second round for his first time. Fires a right that Cortes-Acosta escapes.
You would think Acosta would get his hands up a little bit. He's not a Taekwondo specialist. But this is really interesting. Oh, big uppercut.
I think Cortes-Acosta wants Despaigne to blow his gas.
Oh, uppercut. Huge uppercut there from Acosta. And he's in deep on this body lock. Despaigne has to take his left arm and pummel it in to get the underhook.
I mean, when they're sitting there in the pocket just staring at each other, it's like a game of chicken with some devastating consequences. But now, perhaps Cortes-Acosta salts away the final 2.5 of this round.
Well, I don't know. He's in full mount. And there was a fence grab as well from Despaigne, which the referee, I don't know if he saw it or didn't care.
Cortes-Acosta softening up the body of Despaigne a little bit.
Will this fight go the distance? The no is -900. If you took that lottery ticket at 5-1, you might feel pretty good right now.
He's a little low in the mount is Cortes-Acosta, but I don't know that it's going to matter, as I'm not sure that Despaigne has the answers he needs off of his back here. He's very flat on his back. Now he's high up.
More aggression in round 2 from Cortes-Acosta on the ground.
He has to just unload here. Pick the shots, time them, don't just try to beat the drum. Drop elbows, control the arms, create a target. And Despaigne's got to shrimp. He's got to get on his side like that. He's doing the right thing, or attempting. Get on his side, use the elbow to push the thigh.
And he might have to give up his back a little bit and explode up in order to get back on his feet. And I think that's a scary feeling, especially when you're new on the ground.
Yep.
Exposing your back like that is just like, no, I don't want to, no.
I mean, he was a terrifying prospect, but certainly green on the ground.
Cortes-Acosta, more hammer fists.
And for Despaigne, we talked at length about how quickly he's dispatched of all of his opponents. When you do that, it doesn't reinforce the idea or the mindset that you have to improve other areas.
Yeah, you get away with a lot.
Get away with it. Yeah, I just knocked him out. I've got the touch of death. Don't worry about it. They ain't going to take me down. Well, he needs to work on it after this fight, that's for sure, win or lose.
Cortes-Acosta, a takedown in each round, and each time Despaigne was unable to return to his feet, he'll get one more chance at the start of round 3. Our next pay-per-view goes down in Newark, New Jersey on Saturday, June 1st. The consensus best pound-for-pound MMA fighter in the world today, Islam Makhachev, looks to continue his lightweight dominance against one of the biggest stars, Dustin Poirier. UFC 302 available for purchase right now on ESPN+. Save $10 on UFC 302 through May 27th.
I mean, Despaigne is terrifying. Look at the look on his face. Just utter contempt and disgust for Cortes, as if to say, you give me a chance, I'm putting you in the hospital. And he, oh, look at that jab.
Oh, wobbled the mouthpiece, follows it with a right. Cortes-Acosta has not backed down and has not feared Despaigne.
Despaigne just needs to hold his ground. Every time Cortes takes him down, it's because Despaigne is going forward. He's advancing. Let Cortes come to him.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And when he swings hard, he's kind of overcommitting and giving his hips up. If he can just kind of sit back and play counter striker, that's a great strategy.
Maybe he's realizing that now.
Dice up these legs. I mean, no, I would, gosh.
Can you imagine the power?
No, I just tried and it was,
Tried? How did it go?
not good. I died.
What did it feel like?
It was awful. I died.
Do you need an ice pack?
She's got a bruise, yeah.
I'm in the hospital currently.
Mentally bruised.
But Despaigne, you know, with a good third round is not going to get him the W to keep him undefeated after what we saw through the first 10 minutes.
Cortes has got power that Despaigne needs to respect. We know about the baseball credentials and the fastball throw-in, fast pitch. Pardon me, I'm English. Is that right? Fast pitch? Fastball. Fastball.
Fast pitch would be a softball reference.
He's like,
what a chin, too. He's got a chin.
Front kick to the face. No.
Cortes trying to knock it for 6. That's a cricket.
Is that
ref.
cricket?
Okay, good. Looking out for you. Under 3 minutes to go in the final round as Robelis Despaigne trying to mount a comeback. Of course, in this division, oftentimes, one big swing is all it takes.
Well, Cortes-Acosta could certainly use some feints or something to draw out the now counter strikes of Despaigne, but this is exactly where he wants to be.
Well, he blitzed in. He was careful in doing so. But this is where Cortes-Acosta has thrived in this fight.
Trying to gather the knees together of Despaigne. Get underneath the butt. Again, very tall fighter. Well done.
Flat on his back. And this is going to be it now. For the next 2 minutes, he'll be on his back. He'll take some damage. And he's going to have his first professional loss.
And Waldo Cortes-Acosta has won 4 of 5 in the UFC. Showed a great knockout win against Lucas Dresky last summer in Singapore. He outpointed Andre Arlovsky over the course of 3 rounds earlier this year in January. Perhaps another victory. He keeps climbing.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he's a gigantic man himself with big power. He's displayed a great chin, and he's displaying tonight an evolving skill set, you know? It's fights like this where you have to take somebody down that force you to evolve. Because if you just fight strikers and you're Acosta, it's like, just keep doing what I'm doing. But when he's taking on somebody like that, bet your bottom dollar, they are spending every day in the gym shooting double leg takedowns, single legs, etc., etc.
Cortes-Acosta has Despaigne down once again, this time right in the corner, right in front of Despaigne's corner. Cortes-Acosta was being told through our translator saying, I am the champion, right to his team.
Right, Spanish as well. You know, a grappler that knew a bit more and was more comfortable on the ground than Despaigne would relish being against the fence right now, because it can be a help in building back up, but it's clear that he doesn't have the tools, he doesn't know the steps to be able to build that base, because
you're right, it's
we
right
talked
there.
about that earlier. He could also grab the leg of Cortes-Acosta and wrestle back up, but he's not seeing those things.
He's not seeing that, and right now he's on the verge of going for a little siesta, because these are getting through. These are big shots. The referee's watching, and Acosta's got knockout power.
Final 20 seconds now. A takedown in each round. These are the first 3 takedowns in the now 6 UFC appearances for Waldo Cortes-Acosta. Before tonight, he had only attempted 1 takedown in his previous combined 5 fights in the octagon. Clear victory for Salsa Boy, Waldo Cortes-Acosta, who stuck to the game plan And it'll be 3 in a row for Waldo Cortes-Acosta. We'll make it official when we come back.
I'm the one golded. It's written, you cannot control this.